when you black and you got money, that's a threat.
That cop will be sentenced in a couple of months. And although this charge is a misdemeanor, it's serious nonetheless. Both the officer who was assaulted and the police chief tell me the jury got this right.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Thomas Michael Joseph Jones, guilty.
A jury convicts a Detroit cop of assaulting another in a case that made national headlines, embarrassed DPD, and humiliated an 18-year veteran of the force.
Well, I'm able to get some sleep now after all this time, so it's a good thing.
It was a little more than 3 years ago when Officer Tom Jones, a white man, chased down Officer Christopher Williams, shoved him into a fence, and forcefully handcuffed him at the department's training center, where roughly 100 plainclothes cops were logging hours to meet yearly training standards. Jones saw Williams with a large amount of cash on his person in the bathroom of that training center and suspected him of wrongdoing.
For him to work the street, what will he do to my grandmother, to my mother? I hope he won't put them in cuffs for having money on them.
The element of race doesn't escape me either. That this white officer saw fit to tell this black man that you're not supposed to have that kind of money on you.
Chief James White, who was an assistant chief at the time, panned claims of racism and said Jones's actions were not unreasonable if he suspected Williams of a crime.
With regards to the actions of an officer encountering someone with money, that's never okay.
The chief says his initial assessment of the incident in 2019 was dead wrong and rooted in bad information.
The briefing that I got on what transpired had a lot to do with people from the outside being in the building and doing work, and that people didn't know who were the police and who weren't because there was so many people in the building putting in a gym at the time. Immediately when we got into the investigation, we found that that was not completely accurate.
That led DPD to send the case to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office, which charged, tried, and got a jury to convict Jones. And although he's still on the job, he's been off the street since 2019, and more disciplinary action is looming.
If this is racially motivated and the investigation is pretty much concluded with a few exceptions, that will start after the criminal proceeding as it relates to Garrity rights and things such as that. There's no room for anyone that operates that way in the police department.
Should this guy still be a Detroit cop?
Oh, he gonna do it again. 110%.
All right, guys, the chief told me again tonight that he deeply regrets his initial assessment of the situation, and it reminded him of the importance of making sure that all of the information that he's getting on the situation is accurate before he makes a statement to the press. Now, Jones will be sentenced on February 9th. In the meantime, there is a civil lawsuit pending against Jones and the city of Detroit. Christopher Williams' attorney tells me that they'll be reviving that suit ASAP. Roop, Taryn.
Hey there, Randy, it's Amy. I'm just curious, what has taken so long for this to come to a conclusion? Is it because of COVID and the delays we saw in the courts?
Yeah, that is exactly it. That's exactly what Christopher Williams' attorney Todd Perkins told me. 3 years. It happened in June of 2019, and here we are, December of 2022, and we have a conviction.
Yes.
All rise to the jury.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I received a note, another piece of paper, but the note indicates that you reached a verdict. Who is the foreperson, please? All right, ma'am, can you stand? Please read the verdict, starting with we, the jury.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Thomas Michael Joseph Jones, guilty of assault or assault and battery. So say one, so say.
Thank you. And did you print your name and sign your name?
Yes.
Okay. And while you are standing, Madam Foreperson, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Thank you. You may be seated. Juror number 2, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 3, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 4, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 5, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, strike that. Juror number 8, was that and is that your verdict?
Yes.
Thank you all. You can go downstairs, take them downstairs to the second floor with 2 alternates. Okay, thank you, there's, and then I'm going to be down, Officer Crafts, pass me the verdict, please. Thank you. All right, the jury having found Mr. Jones guilty, the court now adjudicates Mr. Jones guilty of 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Having done so, I am going to set the matter for sentencing. And Ms. Shinsky, do you want to do you want me to send your client for a pre-sentence investigation? I don't have to if you're not requesting one, or if you want to submit a sentencing memorandum.
Judge, I would like to submit a memorandum.
And do you want him to submit to a pre-sentence investigation or no?
Judge,
I mean, I can have them do one if you want.
if they can do it, yes, I would like one just because.
Okay,
can
see if they're still there.
run
They can schedule him for one. They don't have to do it today because I realize it's 3:30, but if they can schedule him for one, if he comes over there. Or at least see. Okay. Additionally, I am going to go downstairs and talk with the jurors first, and then I ask them if they want to talk. If they are willing to speak with you, does anyone want to speak with you?
I'll speak.
Judge, then I would like to be there as well.
Okay, then I will give them a moment to get their things. Do you have the? I'll give them a moment to get their things, and then I will go down and see if they want to talk. Oh, okay. All right, then I'm going to set the matter for sentencing. I wrote no more on the 9th. I didn't write it on, but let's go to the next week. Can you tell me what am I available the week of January 17th?
Judge, I'm supposed to be at the Mayo Clinic that week.
Okay. about the following week?
Is there any chance we can put this in February?
You said the last day, the last day I had. Okay, so apparently I'm in this February. All right, yes, so I can do the week of February 6th.
That would be better.
Any day, any particular day?
I'm available all of those days as of right now.
All right, and then with respect to the sentencing, Mr. Jones, are you requesting an in-person sentencing, or do you want to be sentenced on Zoom?
Whatever's easier for the court, Judge.
Either one. So do you have a preference? I'm in jury trial apparently on the 7th, so I'll be in person. That week, but what's the best day?
How many days are we?
Do I have any sentencings on the February 9th? Let's make it February 9th. Who was the lawyer on jury trial? February 7th? Who? Lake. Okay. Does February 9th work?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and I mean, it's really up to you, Ms. Jones. So Zoom is fine, or?
We can do it in person, Judge.
Okay, then I'll set it in person. All right, so. I don't. All right, no. So the court will set the sentencing for February 9th at 9 a.m. in person. So put it at 9:02. So I might have it in person. All right, and then I will send it over to probation for a pre-sentence investigation prior to the sentencing, and then of course, Mr. Patterson, you will notify Mr. Williams that he has the right to be present and make a statement if he wants to.